to just give an update. I now have 7 little quail that have hatched. You can see the one laying down there. He's out of the 7. I only had one that had any problems. He's got a little bit of the spraddle leg syndrome, where their legs don't want to go up underneath them and they have to build their muscles. And I've actually got his legs kind of tied together a little bit so that they will be able to build the muscles correctly. But I'm still not sure if he's going to make it. Out of the eggs, I had 16 eggs. 7 have hatched so far. And I have, you can see, maybe you can't see because this is all fogged up, but I have one more in there that is ready to hatch right there. And that is actually hatching. I can see that he is actually poking through. Keep seeing him make a little bit of progress. They take forever to hatch once they start pecking through. That one's been at it since, I believe, last night. And, well, it's 6:30 now, and he was starting to hatch at about 8 o'clock last night. So, hasn't quite been 24 hours, but he's still working his way through. I know I've got a couple eggs in there that are complete duds, but for the most part, they're really healthy, the ones that have hatched, other than the one. So I am looking forward to watching these guys grow up and get big and hopefully produce some eggs for me so that I can grow the family and then have some eggs for cooking purposes. But right now, I have 3 in the corner that are they're hiding. They like to sleep in that corner. The other one's right there. And I've got this little bottle of water is more than enough to water them for quite some time. And they really do love this little feeder here because it's just the right size where they can jump in there and really get into that food. And you can see that one is pecking at it. And, they talk about a lot of, crushing the food up or blending it up so that it's a little bit smaller, easier for them to digest and everything. But from what I've seen, if there's a piece too big for them to swallow, they just peck at it until, you can see he tried getting in there. Just peck at it until it breaks up into something small enough for them to get their beaks around. That's a grubby little guy. But right now, basically all they do is, all day long, they eat, drink, and poop. And they should be mature in about 6 to 8 weeks. I'd say probably 8 weeks they'll be about as big as they're going to get. Right now I've got them in just a little Tupperware thing. If you can't see, I've got a nice heat lamp, a little covering to cover it up, keep that heat in a little bit. And they have the brooder mats, but basically all they need is something that their feet won't slip on. So I had this burlap sack down in the basement. I figured that'd be something that would be fairly absorbent for any water they spilled and their poop and all that. But it'd be something that they could get a nice grip on, that they wouldn't slide around on. And you can see that one there has climbed into the center of it, and they will just sit there and eat. But if you notice, you probably can't see, there's very little poop in the actual feed dish. I guess what they do is they sit there there and they eat until they're pretty much full, and then they actually get out of it before they poop. They haven't been pooping in the food, that's really surprised me. I was expecting to have to change the feed fairly often, but they seem to really be going pretty well. Very low maintenance. You know, one of my friends basically helped hatch them. He watched them hatch while I was out of town, and I came back and I had about 5 of them, and then a couple more hatched, and I've got a couple more going. Let's see if I can get... That one there just made some movement. See if I can get any movement caught on the camera. Oh, of course not. He doesn't want to cooperate right now. There we go. Just caught a little bit of... Oh! Camera cleared up real quick. That's nice. Tried separating the eggs. I can feel that some of the eggs are starting to go rotten in there. There you go. That's a good one. See, he's starting to peel back a big chunk. But yeah, so this is the start of my quail flock. Been really trying... Oh, you little mean sucker, jumping on him. Been really working with him, kind of get his legs strong, but I don't know if he'll make it. So we'll see with all the different updates. I'll let everybody know how it goes and how many actually end up hatching out of the 16 eggs that I got. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, share and like it. If you have any